It's Dub here again, back with another episode of Prepper Gearbox. This one, however, if you can see on the back, is actually from Alpha Outpost. But you notice a little bit here on the front talks about Prepper Gear, and it just says, "Welcome to Alpha Outpost." Alpha has absorbed more or less Prepper, and kind of they're working out the subscription details at this point in time. So they're still sending out boxes, but they also will be Alpha Outpost style ones as well. So that's what we're getting the box, and that's who we'll be getting those from the future. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know if they're going to go ahead and run out all the subscriptions. Like I said, I had one that was supposed to be for 11 more months, so I don't know if they'll give me 10 more months after this one with Prepper Gear, and then all of a sudden I'll have to subscribe to Alpha, or if Prepper Gear is going to continue on being its own subscribable deal. I'm not positive yet. But anyways, it says here on the front, last week Prepper Gearbox joined the Alpha Outpost brand. The items in this box is your Prepper Gear box that you're owed. The magazine in the box is from an Alpha Outpost subscription. For further details, please check your email. Alright, so I've already cut it open, the tape there, and we'll open her up and get started. Alright, the Predator, it starts with. This must be the magazine they referenced on the back there. So we open it up, and it kind of talks the spear tip. Shows a guy kind of setting some traps and hunting. Alright, so take a look at that. It looks like it's kind of a comic book adventures with some information there as well. So putting that down, next thing we see is Dakota Line snares and trap products. So that might be, seeing as we can see a little cabling here, that might actually be kind of a giveaway what we're getting. And then it gives you an idea of different sizes, you know, so if you're going to catch a beaver, they say 9 to 10 inches with 2 to 3 inches from the ground. Coyote, bobcat, fox, and coon. So they have some reasonable sized animals they're talking about catching with this gear, and they have some more of the instructions on that. Alright, very cool. Risk of cutting injury, traps and snares. Yes, be careful. Be careful you do any kind of outdoor stuff. Alright, first off, we got an Alpha Outpost Predator, one of the kind of morale patches and whatnot. And I think I got, yeah, we do. We got a little bit of Velcro or hook and loop, however you want to call it. If you don't want to call Velcro the brand name, and we'll just stick that on our bag right there. Alright. Moving on to the next item here, we've got the Tac Force, saying Speedster model. Let's see what we got here on this one. Alright, so we got some aggressive coloring there right off the bat, and that's what it looks like. We got a little finger loop action there. It's obviously, I'm going to say aluminum, a lot of it. Probably the blade being kind of a steel. And oh, hey, there we go. Spring assist. Got kind of a Jurassic Park raptor claw kind of thing going on there, you know? So that's like it's pretty much a self-defense knife or something. Maybe if you're a guy that opens boxes a lot. I used to do home theater installations, so I was like Christmas every day. I was always opening brand new TVs and DVD players, and boy, I went through a lot of knives because styrofoam actually dulls a blade pretty fast. You'd be surprised. So that's an interesting one. Might just toss that in the car to have, just to kind of keep their blade around and that kind of thing. So visually very fun looking, and always nice to have a good blade laying around. Alright, put it off to the side here. And of course, Alpha Outpost, packs their boxes with that tinder stuffing. So if you wanted to keep a little bag of that and stuff it in there with you, you'd have some easily burnable papers there and such. Alright, so we can get all the little fluffins out of here. Let me see if I can just pull one of these things free here by itself real quick. Oh. Alright. And there we go. So there's what the whole thing looks like. You've got just your metal angled little bit there, slides along, so that would be your actual snared portion. And then this piece here would just be something that you would obviously tie off to something somewhere. So you've got 3 of these. I'd say they seem to be about, I don't know, about arm's width. I'd say pretty close to 6 foot. In those, and there's 3 of those, and they're pretty heavy-duty gauge. I mean, they were talking about, coyotes and that kind of stuff in there, so obviously you're thinking about something that weighs a little bit anyways. Alright, and let's see what we've got here. And there's made in Korea, and it appears there's a bit of springiness here. That kind of wants to set up. Well, I'm going to have to look this up because I'm not super familiar with traps and snares. I live in California, and it is not necessarily lawful to do snapping and sharing unless, of course, you were actually in a survival situation. I would assume someone might give you a bit of leeway there. But I don't have a lot of practice on that. But I'll have to check this one out. And pretty cool little unit. That's something that would probably be good skills to know how to have. In the event that you end up moving or going somewhere else, or if, again, a survival type situation you needed to. So learning how to trap and to snare things is a good skill. And again, do check any kind of local ordinances there, because it may not be lawful in your area. So all right, so we got the one actual, I'm guessing it's a leg trap right there. We got the 3 snares going in there. We got the knife, and then I'll pull that back off again, and we got our morale patch as well. So there's our first combo box from Prepper and Alpha Outpost. So again, I'm not sure what they're doing in the coming months, but always nice to receive some great gear, and just looking forward to still getting some boxes and whatnot. All right, and we'll take a look and kind of read up on some of this stuff here a little bit later. Education is always important, especially when it concerns getting outdoors and going to have a little bit of fun. All right, folks, well, thanks so much. This was Dub, again, with another episode of Prepper Gearbox Alpha Outpost Box, and I'm signing off. Thanks, folks.